Samson L wrote in. We said, how vital is Twitch to you? Samson L wrote in on Super Chat and says, not vital. YouTube Premium is a better value / experience. Let's look at YouTube and let's look at Twitch. If I'm Amazon and I'm looking at what the competitor is doing and I'm looking at my current brand Twitch that isn't making the money we want, I'm going, and this is me, cold-hearted CEO dude, right? Mm-hmm. How do we lessen what we're doing here? And what I immediately start looking at and go, okay, cool. Who's the face of YouTube from YouTube? Where is the YouTube con? There's VidCon, that's not YouTube. YouTube doesn't do that. Hank Green and a whole bunch of other people do that, right? Like, Twitch is, from the Amazon perspective, still trying to be a brand with a personality and with faces, and Mary Kish and all these people who we love dearly. I'm not trying to talk shit about any of our friends who work there. But like, as I'm looking at this in Amazon, I'm going like, do we need TwitchCon? Why is a platform throwing a convention for people to come meet? Because if I look at YouTube and I go, oh, VidCon, somebody else will pick that up. If there's money to be made there of getting the top creators to go to a place to talk to their audience, they'll do that. We don't need to be the ones facilitating that. And if you were to step, but it's community and this, that's not coming to the bottom line. I think for so many people, Twitch and YouTube, but we'll use Twitch as the example here. Twitch is where you go to see the person you love. It's not where you go because you love purple and you love Twitch and I want to be on, what is happening with the Twitch? Who is Twitch? What is the Twitch? Like, no, that's not what it is. It's about going there to see a Kind of Funny, to see a Ray, to see
going
an
on there
Andy.
to see Kai Cenat, to see like the big name streamers. I don't think if I'm giving a critique to maybe like even Twitch's homepage design, I feel like it's not built as well for a lot of discoverability.
100%.
There are a lot of times where even growing up, I'll go on YouTube just to like look at my subscriptions and like click videos, and that might lead me, like the whole thing with YouTube was that like I'd be watching one video and then my recommendeds are recommending another video, let me go check that out, and there was a sort of a flow that kept you on the platform. I feel like Twitch doesn't have that as much, right? I feel like Twitch, it is, I'm logging on so I can watch Kai or Speed or like Hassan or like these specific creators that I know are on the platform. But I think the more those creators leave, right, the more you might spend more time on a YouTube, or you might spend your time on a Kick or some other streaming platform.
Yeah. And again, Twitch has never worked for me. Like, that's never, I've for the longest time, I chalked it up just the generation, you know what I mean? Of like, I remember when Justin TV did launch, and it was like, why would you watch someone play video games, right? Long before we understood it was about being a community and going and doing a thing, blah, blah. But even then, like, when I guess I'm just never, not desperate, that's not right. I'm never looking for that level of, I'll pop in to see Fran. What's Fran playing? Okay, or when I want to make fun of Andy, and I'll pop in and tell him Shroud has more viewers, right? Like, I do that, but then, like, I don't have the background noise that way of what I want to consume it. But even when I'm on Twitch, I find it to be a clunky experience. Like you're talking about, I'm always shocked when it is that, for the longest time, and to this day, when you'll see a spike in our viewership, it'll be like, what happened there? Oh, well, we're on the front page. Somebody put us on. And I'm like, that many people are just on the front page? Like, I just can't comprehend that, of going to twitch.tv.
I mean, Twitch is still, it's the weird thing of it, it's still ubiquitous, right? You talk about people not necessarily bleeding the purple, but I do think that when people think about live streaming video games, they are thinking about Twitch specifically.
Yeah.
But it is also the thing of, like somebody in chat mentioned that, people use Twitch differently than how they use YouTube. And that is my point, right? It is my point is more so being, I think Twitch, I look at as almost more of a tool than even a platform, right? It's a platform by technicality of the fact that the website has the homepage. Twitch, I think, wants to treat this thing like a community. It has TwitchCon, it has these things. But I think when you're logging onto Twitch, you're logging onto Twitch for a purpose. It's because you got the notification from twitch.tv/Andy Cortez or Kind of Funny Games or somebody specific that is bringing you there. But I think a lot of that is creator-led and not necessarily platform-led. And I think other platforms like YouTube do a good job of keeping people on. And that is just by stance of like who YouTube is or what YouTube is as a platform, right? It's live streaming, but then also, YouTube is more so VODs, right? And just watching videos. Yeah. And there's shorts and there's so many things on YouTube that I think keep people in to spend more time on the platform. Whereas Twitch, like, you're there for as long as Kind of Funny streaming or for as long as Kai streaming. But when that stream's done, like, sure, you might be part of the raid to the next video, but I think that's not taking
even to this day with a raid, does that automatically take you, or do you just have to click something?
I think that automatically takes you if you don't click off.
Yeah, it will like auto. There might be a setting in the back end for you to turn that off, but I think
Yeah.
that's on by default.
And I think a lot of people are clicking off anyway, right? If I'm streaming just my own personal streams, if I'm streaming and I have 100 people watching me, when I raid, I think maybe 50 people will go, and then over time in the first 20 minutes of that next stream that they're watching, like a percentage of that's going to dip off too. So I don't even think raids are even a good indicator of keeping people on the platform.
Of course.
I think it's just a way for one creator to support another creator. I don't think for Twitch it's a way to be like, yeah, we're maintaining all these people, we're selling all these ads, we're doing all these things. I think so much of that is just led by, yeah, I'm using Twitch to stream, but Twitch, I think, as a platform isn't as magnetic as a YouTube or other video platforms.
Yeah, I think even with, and again, I'm very much talking out of church here. This is not something I consume for entertainment, but it is the idea that when you're on a YouTube page and you're watching a YouTube stream and you tire of it or it ends, I feel like it's so much easier to get to something that's either from the same creators that you want to see or to some other sub you want or some other video you've put into a watch later tab.
Yeah.
Where Twitch, for me, Twitch doesn't have that stickiness.
Yeah.
Twitch is you guys and your stream, and it's like, yeah, you might raid somebody, you might not, and it's like maybe I look over at my little icons for who else I follow that are online, but chances are I was there for that very specific thing, and now I go somewhere else.
This episode is brought to you by Shady Rays. Get ready for the season ahead with quality shades that are built to last. Our friends at Shady Rays have you covered with premium polarized shades that won't break the bank. Shady Rays is an independent sunglasses company that offers an unrivaled product that's just as good as any expensive pair that we've worn. Y'all know I've been outside a lot playing Pokemon Go, and it's been a great experience wearing my Shady Rays when I'm out and about looking dope. And that's not all. Shady Rays offers the most insane protection in all of eyewear. Every pair of sunglasses is backed by lost or broken replacements. If you lose or break your pair, even on day one, they told us they will send you a brand new pair, no questions asked. You can wear your Shady Rays with confidence because they have your back long after you purchase. Exclusively for y'all, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal. You can head to shadyrays.com and use code KINDAFUNNY for 50% off 2 or more pairs of shades. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. Shadyrays.com, use code KINDAFUNNY for 50% off 2 or more pairs of shades. This episode is brought to you by Hims. Guys, sometimes intimate moments happen spontaneously, and we always want to be ready so we can perform in the bedroom. Hims has treatments that can help you stay hard and last longer, giving you that boost of confidence so you can be ready whenever the mood strikes. Hims is changing men's healthcare by providing access to affordable sexual health treatments, all from the comfort of your couch. Hims provides access to a range of doctor-trusted ED treatments, such as chewable hard mints, proven treatments like Viagra or Cialis, or their generics for up to 95% cheaper. No insurance is needed. Pay one low price for your treatments, online visits, ongoing shipments, and provider messaging. And the process is simple and 100% online, so no uncomfortable in-person visits necessary. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/kindafunny. That's HIMS.com/kindafunny for your personalized ED treatment options. Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions, details, and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Good news! A new run of my children's book, Portillo the Wiener Dog Thinks He's a Manatee, is available for pre-order right now! Head over to kindafunny.com/store to snag one before the end of the week. And while you're there, pick up a few items from our Portillo merch line, including shirts, crew necks, and hats. Already got them? Grab them for your favorite best friend. Christmas is only 5 months away!
And we're doing a lot of comparing Twitch to YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Which I think a lot of people look at as like, those are incomparable as far as the amount of things that YouTube does versus what Twitch is for and what Twitch does. But it comes back to the conversation of who Amazon is and like even who Google is as they own YouTube, right? Where YouTube has to be this big thing because they're owned by Google. I forget what year it was that Amazon acquired Twitch, but I feel like we're approaching 10 years.
They said in the article 10 years are coming up on or about to.
Yeah. So it's been about 10 years. I would think that the Amazon that acquired Twitch 10 years ago might have a different expectation for what Twitch needs to be 10 years later, right? I think a Twitch of today, if you're looking at, again, who Amazon is as one of the most profitable corporations in the world, over the span of 10 years, I wouldn't be surprised if they looked at Twitch and went, we thought this would grow way more. We thought that this would be a YouTube, right? We thought this would be like the biggest thing ever. And yeah,
because it was hot as hell. It wasn't profitable,
yeah.
but it was the de facto. That's where you went for this. And it was such a organic, connected, and in so many different ways, brand new feeling of what Twitch was 10 years ago when it really was popping off, when it really was like you were going there and there was this excitement to it.
Yeah.
And now it is so mundane because you're on Twitch, but you're also on YouTube, but there's also that. Not to mention TikTok, not to mention an Instagram thing. Like everyone is live everywhere. So it's so easy to be like, all right, whatever. And like, what is Twitch offering as a platform?
Yeah.
And I think they're still trying to figure that out.
And I think Twitch offers so many great things, right? Like I do like Twitch as a platform just for my personal use, but you look at so many of the other social media or like video apps, right? And there's always that forced innovation, right? That you kind of have to do. YouTube had to add shorts because guess what? TikTok was doing its thing and TikTok was growing. And as YouTube, you look at that and go, oh, that's the next step. Let's do that, right? Or how people do stories, right? And Twitch is I think added stories for its creators, but they haven't had that same like I guess mobility or like the same like changing factor as something like YouTube or other platforms have, right? Twitch is very much Twitch and they've stayed Twitch, and I got a lot of respect for that because I think that has allowed them to be like, yo, what our platform is, what we bring to the table. They almost remind me of a Kind of Funny in that way of like, Kind of Funny people, we are curating for our audience, right? And like our goal isn't necessarily like getting 1 million views on a video or whatever, right? Like
though.
It'd be nice, but like we're also Kind of Funny, which is a small company of 11 people or whatever.
Yeah.
Twitch is still Twitch, and they have a big old office in San Francisco. And I don't know if you've been to the Twitch office, but it's incredible.
That's insane, yeah.
And they got people they got to answer to, and I wonder, for Amazon, how does that balance come down as far as, all right, Twitch is our is one of our video platforms because of course Prime exists and all that shit. But Twitch is our streaming platform, our live video platform, and we might have these expectations of the world for it. But then also on the other hand, Twitch is a known brand, right? People know what Twitch is. People are familiar with Twitch is, and I'm sure to some extent they probably have a level of consistent audience, right? It is the same numbers that they see whenever a big name streamer comes in and like does their thing. I wonder if Amazon still sees that and goes, that's not enough for us anymore.
Like how I inhaled like I was going to say something and coughed right into the microphone. Sorry, everybody. You're right. And I think like, again, that's, if this article from the Wall Street Journal is correct, and this is really, getting to be a bad time over there, Amazon's really looking at them, I think that's their future. Where I don't see it being Amazon is canceling Twitch. Twitch is dead. No way, right? Yeah. But I think it'll be that like, let's strip back so many people on this payroll to get it just to being the people that this platform exists and you can stream on it and you can go, the viewer can go do all of this. And we are providing the people on the back end who are doing the development of things, the loose community management they do, which I know is like more on the mods that you mod as a channel person, right?
Yeah.
And then whatever else, all back end stuff rather than front facing stuff, and have it be a service that's there that you can use but isn't a focal point of it. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting too, in one of the live chats that went through, somebody said, they bought this to promote Amazon Game Studios and the games they're doing. This wasn't about pushing live streaming forward. And then somebody over here, popped in and said, and this is a super chat from Livia, who says, I log in to get Destiny rewards / give y'all a Prime.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing too, of when you talk about this being part of the ecosystem of offerings, right? Where it is, they're the Amazon Game Studio, sure, but then it is the arm of getting you these connections where you can get your free game goods by using this, but then the free sub to give away, but then also you're streaming over there. Like, I think, again, with why Twitch isn't going to go away overnight, I think it would be the fact that it's a part of this whole package and this offering and what we're doing. And until Amazon would be to say we're giving up on gaming, right? Like, which they're not going to do anytime soon.
You don't think so?
Anytime soon. No, I think, I mean, you're talking, and I know where you're going to like New World and then
New
the
York
other
Lost
one.
Ark.
I wouldn't be surprised
Luna.
to see them be like, maybe we're
spending too much money.
like we're not making those kind of games, or we're figuring out a new strategy for it, and maybe even closing down our developers and just working on publishing. Exactly. I think there's way more success in that future than there are. We're whipping up a studio to make this game. Oh fuck, nobody wanted it. You know what I mean? I think that, but even that happening and then them failing at publishing, I think is still so far off before they're like, this isn't worth it. We're not doing it. Let alone with Luna, which is still going, still out there. People still using it. Apparently, they have all these deals with Ubisoft. And again, this is where you start really getting into the weeds of how hard it would be to remove something like this and how long it would take. Of like, even if there aren't people. Even if the Luna user base isn't huge, you've got these deals with Ubisoft. You've got these deals with other companies, right? Where you're making money from them. So you can't just erase that because that is money that's coming in and that's a contract and that's a whatever. Yeah. And it's the same thing with this of like, when you have something like Amazon Prime, right? Or the Kind of Funny membership, Your idea is that you want to add value to that, right? Over time. So inevitably, when you have to raise the price, you can be like, well, you're still getting way more than you were before. So to lose the free Prime subscription, to lose the game rewards, to lose the Luna, whatever the hell they're giving you, I don't even know. Like there's that whole arithmetic part of it where I think the zombie brand makes so much sense. And again, I've never heard of it until this article, but when you stop and think about it, I can totally see it of like, it will exist in name. Twitch will be there. It wouldn't be the Twitch you know right now. And if that's a good thing or a bad thing, that's up to you and how much you use Twitch.
Yeah. I'm very fascinated by how it goes because I'm sure many of us here, right, especially the people that are watching the show on Twitch, really like Twitch, right?
Yeah.
Like I think that it does the thing that it is, like you mentioned, right? It's this offering of then offering of services and offering of like, yeah, you get the perks for games, you get the watch your favorite creators, there's the the prime subs, all this stuff, which I think is more engaging than YouTube as far as like the gamer side of it. YouTube video platform, obviously great, right? It's compared to Twitch, but as far as keeping you in on the gamer side, on the gaming side, quote unquote, like I think Twitch does that in such a strong way that I wouldn't want to see go. But yeah, I'm with you that I don't think we see it go necessarily, at least like from a day to night thing, right? 100 to 0. I think it will be. I think Amazon would try to recontextualize it in a lot of ways. I'm fascinated to see like what ways can you recontextualize it? Is there a way to loop a Twitch into things like the games you're publishing or things like a Luna thing? I'm sure they've already tried, and I'm just not seeing it because I don't use Luna like that. Amazon's doing a bunch of video game adaptations into TV shows and stuff. Is there a way that Twitch can play into that? I don't know.
I mean, watch parties, right?
Yeah.
Like again, I think one of the big to be crazy about this and how crazy this situation is that I remember 10 years ago when this happened, and especially then when Kind of Funny started up, which, us independently was right after this, right? By 6 months or whatever. I remember being like, wow, this is crazy. Wait till Amazon puts the Amazon money into this to really scale and change what Twitch looks like and what it does, right? And then, of course, YouTube gaming. Well, wait until Amazon money really comes calling to fight back against Google. And I don't think it ever happened.
Yeah, that's
like
what
I don't.
like.
Twitch doesn't feel like it's dramatically different. And I'm sure if we were to look at it, screenshots side by side, talk about this, that, the other, there's definitely been changes and upgrades. I'm not saying there haven't, but it's like at no point did I feel like they were like, oh, Amazon's rolling up its sleeves and it's going to fight right now.
Yeah, it feels like the money is more so maybe towards the technical side of we're going to get these streams up to 60 FPS, better resolution 4K 60 FPS streams. Like I think maybe that stuff is where some of that money comes in. But I'm with you that like Twitch still feels like Twitch. Twitch still feels like what Twitch has always been. I mean that in a good way, where I think they've maintained who they are. It doesn't feel like Amazon's come in and changed everything and corporate, turned it super duper corporate and all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's also to the thing of, has Twitch grown as far as keeping up with the times, keeping up with what they need to do in order to stay alive as a brand compared to what other people are doing?